Hi friends, this is NMK Vijay and welcome to my YouTube channel Forex for analyzing the major currency pairs as well as miners, gold, copper, silver, crude, US30, Bitcoin using Elliott wave theory. So before we get into this analysis, this is my disclaimer. Read carefully. I am not responsible for any losses if you took the trade according to my trade plans explained here. So this is only for educational purpose, only strictly. So let's move on to DXY first, and this is our watch list. Starts from DXY and finally the gold. So as per our analysis, Euro USD hit the first target, right? So in DXY also it reached our resistance zones here, the 98 to 100 zone I am expecting, and it already went to nearly 98.90, and it is now little bit pullback it's there happening. So now in further what and we discussed about in the last week, I expecting such a kind, it could be the diagonal pattern as per it did the here in the same zone. So that is why I expecting here, and it is doing the same thing but little bit fast, but not like this. So either the pattern is same but that alignment is changing. So now if you look into that 4-hour chart, either we can end this as a X here, or it could be here, or it could be a triangle, anything, that all the pattern is suits here. If we make it this as a triangle also, it's accepting, and if it is an irregular flat, it's acceptable. So anything, it is valid here. So now what kind of price action we can expect this week, coming week? So again there will be like one more pullback and then a high, or it could be a little bit deeper also. One second, I will just clear this mess. And I am so busy in my other work, as I informed that is why I'm not updating any chart, so apologies for that. If I found a time, and I will keep updating here. Now it is doing like this. So WX, so I'm expecting one more possible decline, or it may or may not, everything it is may or may not only, that you know very well. There's all uncertainty behind us and around us. So this could be the end of EA, and again one more B to reach this or retest this zone, and again there will be a one more high also I am expecting to reach 100 zone. One second, I will clearly showing this here. Yeah, this is the one pattern what I am expecting. So once it's completed, this could be the end of the third. So this is the one, this is the two, third, fourth and fifth. So still yet to come lot of patterns here. So this is the kind of what we did the previous in that Australian dollar. I already shown that previous Australian dollar. One second, I will show you. One second. Here, this is the W, this is the X, and the Y, or this could be that another explain. So anyway, this kind of pattern I'm expecting in the DXY. So either we can make it this as a WYX ABC. So that could be a to break this high or this high in the diagonal triangle pattern I'm expecting. So up to it's already there, and we can again retest that 98 or 97.5 zone, and again I'm expecting to reach this 100.75 for the third wave to complete, later onwards fourth wave, and one more ABC to break this or this also. That we will see later onwards. So the Euro USD now, that same, the target has achieved, as a first target has achieved, and I already informed here 1.09 for the completion of the for the fourth wave third. So here the same thing, whether the third wave is already got completed or this A, what I'm expecting here is 1A, B and C, but straight away it hit the target. So either it is in the diagonal pattern or one more, this is the completion of the A and one more three-way structure for the B, and later onwards it can come to the downward to the break this also. So either here is the end of the third or one more ABC and this is the end of the third. That we have to discuss later onwards, because why I'm expecting here one thing. Yeah, see, this is the one in the diagonal pattern, and this is the irregular flat, and this is the completion of the X. So in that time I need ABC. So here if we kept this as a A and this could be the B, so C is 1, 2, 3. So it's not like looking like a five-way structure here. So if this is could be the diagonal triangle pattern in the Y wave, so this could be the wave 1 and this could be the A, B, C as a 1, A, B, C as a 2, A, B, C as a 3, and one more three-way structure can happen here like DXY what I explained, and the same thing one more A, B and C to complete this third way. So if it is in diagonal triangle pattern in the Y way also, and then this is the 1, there is a 2 and 3, and afterwards 4 and 5. So here how to, and I already explained clearly, right? And I have a, if you understand the price action and the fractals clearly, I understand here, I explained well. See, retail traders trapped here in the long here, the same pattern occurred here also in this zone. This one is expanded flat, that same kind is an expanded flat, and later onwards band, like that it is doing here. So it's not only about the Elliott waves, you have to understand that structure behind the Elliott waves, and that is called as price action. You have to understand that, and how the retailers get trapped here, that same pattern here. And what about the Euro New Zealand? It almost reached the target. So the same thing now I expected here, it will reach this zone for the 1.07 the next I think in coming weeks after the pullback, or that I again and again I'm saying that technical, for the technical, the fundamental is the booster. So what kind of news will affect that market, we don't know. Like that uncertainty happens, lot of facts here. So beware of that, be cautious, and I'm not responsible. I'm doing it for only for educational purposes here to learn Elliott waves, and I'm not promoting that also. I know only Elliott waves, that is why I'm just explaining in that formation. So it's everything, it is only for educational. I'm again and again I'm doing here, and I'm just informing that, because lot of people keep on messaging me, so how you look into the gold, how you look here from here for the crude. See, I can't for the every people, see, nearly I'm having the 5,000 followers in all over this social medias, trading view and one of the forums. I can't do, and I can't reply also, right? So even though I'm doing that, because I need to reply, right? So that is why you just keep on watching my weekly analysis. That's it. I can't give an input for your views, and I can't give any hint to anybody, because this is a financial market. What I got, that reward, everything will washed out in one single messages. I need to keep the good work. So that is why I'm trying to hard to keep that. See, all the views went wrong also, and all the views went hit the target also, but how much you earn in the profit, and if you are hit the target, and how much you lose at the end of the day. So what is your net profit? That is the question mark to everybody. So now what I'm expecting here, it's up to 1.08 or 1.07 can reach, and later onwards consolidation and one more downside. So let's move on to GBP USD. See, GBP USD is not yet broken this low, and it is still in the consolidation. So the same pattern what we are discussing about, this, either this could be the A, B, C, D, E. After that, one more downward is also possible, and the same thing. I need to break this 1.14, but already almost DXY reached the 98.8 or 99 almost. But even though it is in still hanging here in the off away, nearly 38 point, I think it's a 40% decline only from the high. Yes, 38.2. And in Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, everything, because of the Russia and Ukraine crisis, all the commodities currencies also, it's hanging above that. And gold, silver and crude, it's everything, right? And I will give you that how we have to look the market. Like, I will give you the input, right? So here is a consolidation is going on. So what we can expect, the same thing in irregular flat, or it could be a triangle like that. So now this is a W, and we are in the X wave. Whether the X is already completed, but in my view it won't complete it that this much simple, but it can be also. So it could be a triangle, or it could be a irregular flat like this, to trap the all the retailers in the sell, and later onwards it will took all the stop loss here, and again everybody will look for the buy, and they will do that, making this as a stop loss, and market will do like this. So this kind of formation is a irregular flat, or it could be a triangle. So anyway, I'm looking for to the downside only. You can make this as a stop loss, means it can see whether it is not yet broken this low, and it is not broken the high also. I am expecting the X wave. So what is the X wave formation? Regular flat, triangle, irregular flat. So what we spoken about and what we discussed about here is only irregular flat, or it could be a triangle. So what about the regular flat? So if anybody making this as a stop loss, what I explained here, and little bit it will do like this, hit your stop loss, and it will come to the downside. So this is a regular. For what I giving the invalidation is only for the triangle. So I will remove this now, because what we are expecting and what we are discussing here only the triangle and irregular flats, and it can do regular flat how it did in the gold, like that it can do. So it will reach this zone, and after that it will come to the downside also. So let's move on to USD CAD. And last week I explained, right, this three-way structure. It did. So now this is the end of one, this is the end of the two, and we are in the third wave, maybe or may not be, because still we are in the A is completed, we are still in the B wave. It's, see, we can't come to the conclusion until it breaks this high. So why I'm informing here, and why I viewing lot of possibilities, means it's everything, it is making a three-way structure. Look at this, this is the one impulsive wave, it already did five-way structure. Later onwards I am expecting this one, but what it did, it went high and it declined. So now this could be the A, this could be the B, and I am expecting the C wave. But still now there is no clear path here. So if this is the A, B, C as a W and this is the X, I need one more high to break this. Later onwards, this is the three-way structure. So later onwards, one more three-way structure to break this. So then later onwards, this is the 1, this is the 2, and third way will shoot. If you expect like this, market won't do like this. So what are other pattern, what I am expecting here? It could be again bounce from here without breaking this low, and this will become a triangle, and B is still alive. So we can change all that labelings what I had did and what you did also. Until it breaks, there is a lot of chances for the market to break this also. Not only this, it can chances for to break this also. How? Maybe this is the A, B, C, D, E, and this B will become a triangle, and the triangle shoots in either side. Later onwards, this is the A, so A, B, C, it can break this, and from here it can took off. And later onwards, we exited and it hit the stop loss, and it will do, and it will reach the target of yours. So then this B will become here. So you have to be very cautious if you are trading in Elliott waves, and especially in the correction part. So until it breaks this high, it has a lot of possibilities, and immediately from here, if it do like this, in my experiences and my view, it won't do immediately to break this high. It can do one more what I explained, right? It can break this low also, and later onwards high, and then again one more low. Otherwise from here it can break this high and one more down, three-way structure. It could be a triangle, and it can shoot up for that C wave 1.34 or 1.38. So only if it breaks the high, there is a lot of chances to break that 1.34. Until that, there is a lot of consolidation may happen, and that USD CAD is related to that. How the dollar is also very strong, but all the commodity currencies is hanging up, especially in that Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, and the UCAD. So only euro is suffering a lot. So what I correlated to the DXY, I said 100, and if it breaks the 103, euro USD will break that 1.03 or 1.06, and AU to break that 5.5, and the euro New Zealand dollar to 5.4, and GU is 1.14. But if it reached the 103 in DXY, so we need to look all the pairs what I did in the positional views. It may be different wave count also. So my everything what I given the target is based on DXY. So if it wants to reach the DXY to 103, so there is a lot of chances for declining in dollar, means all that pairs can shoot where it is. So I will clearly did that educational purpose video of positional views of 2022, and up to the part 4. That could be invalid also, mind that. It's all depends upon the DXY are correlated to that all the pairs. So only DXY, if it reaches 103, all the pairs, if it is hanging without reaching the target of what I have explained in the AU, NU, and as well as uh, GBP USD. It's everything. You have to be cautious. Don't bias on my educational video what I shared the 4 parts that I think for the educational purpose video series of 2022 my trade setups. So be cautious in that. So next let's move on to USD Jpy. Still we are in the everything it is making again and again the three-way structures. So either the triangle is got completed or not. If this is a triangle, right? If it is a triangle, no need to break this and no need to break this. And we need a strong uptrend, right? From here also it can, but only if it breaks this high. I informed that if it is a triangle or running triangle or irregular flat, if it breaks the only 106.4 116.4, then only it can shoot for that 118 point my target 118.8 or 190. Until that there is a chances to break this low also and this low also. So in what category and what is the pattern that I'm looking for? One second. Here we did this one as a B, C, D and E, right? Only if it breaks this high, you need to enter, making this as a stop loss. But it is still consolidation here in this zone. So what we thinking, like from this a bullish triangle, it could be the intermediate B wave, could be a triangle, and it will hit your stop loss if you placed here. How? This is the A, and I will change the color. So this is the A, B, C, D and E. This could be W or this could be the X, A, P and C. So for the irregular flat pattern, this is the A, this is the B and C, or this is W, X, Y. So this 4 will be here, and later onwards 5th wave can shoot from here. And if it is an irregular flat in the expanded flat, it can break this also, and it will took all the stop loss, and again it can bounce. So mind this is also a lot of chances. But the invalidation point, if we keep this, rarely it will become an expanded flat, it you a stop loss, and then again for the 5th wave it can continue for the target of 118. So this is a one possibility I found, so beware of that also. So USD Chef, same what I explained here, only if it breaks this high you need to enter, making this as a stop loss for the E wave. But now if it did like this, if it breaks this low, still there is a chances for making this as a B, and the C will become here. So this is still in the consolidation only. We can make it anything. So what I shared here is a possibility, and it is not yet broken the high. Mind this, it is not yet broken this high. So this is the C and this is the B. So that is why we need to enter only breaking the B wave, making the E wave as a stop loss. So you can understand this, and I already informed here also. Expecting this, it can go like this, and last week also I explained it could be the intermediate wave B can be a triangle here, and it can come to the downside to break this, and after that it can go like this also. So let's move on. Sorry, the minor currencies. Australian dollar, right? I forgot that. Simply we did only the USD pairs. So from here, Australian dollar, I already informed that this could be the irregular flat also, and if it is an expanded flat, it can break this. If it is a running flat, it won't break this, and I am expecting this one also. But what it did the expanded flat so far in my view, and a lot of people can have a questions also here. It's already broken this trend line, and why not it already retested and it can shoot from here also, right? See, these kind of trend lines is only for that tools we are using, and this is not that perfect one. It's a little, this is a tool only. According, depends upon this, we can't take the trade blindly in the sell side. It's already retested and it is already hitting this trend line, so we are expecting this and making this as a stop loss. Like this, it can hit you a stop loss and it will reach your target also. So from here, see why this trend line is all only for that. It's like what we did in the exam papers, right? We will put the margin and it's like little bit show. So like that, sometimes it will this is also a valid one. Sometimes it can do a little bit. I will show you that in Euro USD in that monthly chart, right? I will show you that. Look at this. This is the trend line, right? One second. Yeah, this is the trend line. So what it did, it already broken this in the monthly chart also. It is trading above the high, above the trend line. But after that, what it did, look at this, what it did. So these are all only for that. Sometimes the trend line is also valid, sometimes it won't. And see, valid here. One second. In the IDC, I think so, Euro USD in IDC. Look at this trend line, hitting. So in this category, this is a valid, and this, if you take this as a equidistant channel, this is the valid, but not all the time. You have to keep that Elliott wave is a major currency, Elliott wave is the major strategy, and this kind of tools you can use it, but according to the tools you can't make you can't took the trade. So mind this, that all the trend line channels may get invalid and again it may bounce and inside that channel also. So what you called it as a fake breakout. So mind this. So this all the channels, all trend lines is all only the tools. You have to use that tools as a tools only. Major thing, we have to be a stick to your major strategy. So I kept this Elliott wave is a major strategy, and I will use all the tools as a tools, not according to that tools. I won't took that trade again and again. I may keep informing that. So like that in Australian dollar, this is also that from monthly to daily. This trend line again, what I expecting this kind of price action may do, and I kept this as a 1 2 3 and 4. Here I explained that whether this is a 1 2 3 4 5 or this is a 1 2 3 4 5. So anyway, I am looking whether this is the end of that one impulsive way to the downside, or this could be the end of the one impulsive way to the downside, and we are in that irregular flat in my view. So either this is a B, C 1 and this is the 2. So until if it breaks this high, this is the invalidation point, because I took it this as an irregular flat. So it won't go beyond this, and we kept this as a B. and we are looking for 1, 2 and 3, 4, 5 to break this low. So whether it is a possible one, or whether this is the end of the correction and we are in that deeper correction, or it is going to go back to break the high, but in my bias it is not the completion of that end here. It is not the completion of the trend here. Either it has to be here or either it has to be here, but I'm expecting only to the downside. So the invalidation point is, you can keep this as a here invalidation. So for the short term invalidation 7.5 is the invalidation, and I'm expecting only to the downside. So this is a A, this is a B, or we can look at this as a B as an irregular flat. But see, if it is not yet broken this high, we can conclude this, it could be like this also, but it is already broken again. So that is why it's a little bit confusion for me. That is why I took it this as an irregular flat, and I am expecting only to the downside. So let's move on to New Zealand dollar. See, this could be the connecting wave, means I am expecting to the downside, and I have explained that same pattern. This is the W, this is the X, this is the Y, and we are on that bigger connecting path, and for that to the downside. So why I am expecting, if you go through my educational video, what I have shared for the part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, you can understand why I am looking to the downside. So unnecessarily we no need to waste the time here. So I'm expecting whether this is the bigger connecting, it's in act here, is in active. So if we look for the bigger correction, market will do for simple also. So in either way, I'm looking, and this is the major support zone, so I expecting the bounce also and little bit consolidation. So my bias is to break this, but I don't know how, what time it will reach this zone. I don't know when it will reach. It's almost, we are in that 50% of the move in GU, right? I already shown this here, the 38.2, 40%, almost the 40% only. AU, GU and NU, only the euro is declining. So that is why my worrying, because when it will reach only this kind, how many pips? It's nearly 1000 pips only did. 900 pips only so far. So let's wait for in this kind of currency pairs. No, it will took more consolidation, and then later onwards, this is the most weakest currency also sometimes. Australian dollar and New Zealand. Because of this copper, it should went and it would invalidate my pattern also, and I already informed that it may break that also, because if we are in that correction part, it can do the irregular flat. Lot of patterns. It's nowadays it's becoming the irregular flats that confuses the traders. While this is the start of that impulsive wave, everybody will took all that like EN. Okay, let's move on to all the cross currencies. Same pattern, right? Now I'm expecting here the three-way structure A, B, C, D, and for the E, later onwards I'm expecting to this. So expecting this only if it breaks the high. I informed several times, all my videos. Only if it breaks this high, need to keep this as a stop loss and looking for the further targets. Because why I'm informing this, as this could be the 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, it could be the end of the trend also. Same pattern in CJ, whether this is the end of the fifth wave or we are in that still in the fourth wave. So still this is an impulsive wave, and it could do like this and not yet broken this high also. Like UJ, it will decline for this three-way structure, and then this will become a triangle, and fourth wave will be here, and fifth wave can shoot for that higher. So same pattern. So you have to must to enter above this high only, making this E as a stop loss. From here, if it breaks this high, what you will think? I don't have any idea about this pattern. It wants to break this one. Before that, I need a E wave. So either this is a B, C, and this is the D, and this is the E, means this is looking like an impulsive. If we did like this, maybe we can change it as a triangle, but I'm not so sure about to take this as a D wave. It's looking like one impulsive wave. So let's move on to our favorite Euro New Zealand. From here, right, I wait for that 7 months for the target to do like this. Once it hit my stop loss, why again and again I'm keep reanalysis and keep on informing every time, means if you are a new follower, if you just for the newcomers, I need to give this one, for this is a beautiful educational video. This is the one pattern, right? Everybody, and I already informed that in my all the videos, it can break 1.72. Yeah, it did. And what see, all the Euro pairs and Euro New Zealand, or sorry, Euro USD, the same pattern. Once this is the end of the three-way structure, no need to break this low again. If it breaks, means that is a different pattern. I'm still, and I inform that this could be the end of the trend also, but I'm not so satisfied with this pattern. I need one more high, and from here I expected, but what it did the expanded flat, and boom. You just think, if I kept this in that only one lot right here, but I didn't trade. How many pips? Nearly one. For the $1, it's a nearly $14,000 you may get. From here it's a 1.73, and I already informed. If it is a 1.73, if you place an order, now it's a 1.58. 1.73 is a near $15,000 in one lot. How many days? Within 4th February, in the 20 days. The 4th, yeah, same. It's a 1 month, 30 days. See, we are not taking this trade. We are stucking with this trade. We know, even though I know and I already informed back, but I lose the patience here. The wrong trade I took, but that is not a wrong trade, but I'm expecting for this trade. So even though I'm in the, my bias is only to buy, that is why I'm not kept in sell. So now this is the time to buy? No. See, this is a W, this is a, or this is a Y, or this is a X. I need three-way structure A, B, C. I already informed here. So what it is there? This could be the A, and again bouncing for the B to reach this zone, and it may retest this zone again. It will reach this zone. It will retest this zone. It will took, I don't know how many days it will took to complete, because if it did like this, nearly 3 months from here, the March, August, 5 months it took here. Maybe or may not be. After this, one more way to the downside to reach the 5.2 is my target. Right? So be cautious here in this zone. So 1 second, I'm receiving one urgent call. I will pass this. Yeah, sorry guys, this was an urgent call. So now I'm expecting only the three-way structures for the bounce back to retest at this 1.64. Later onwards, I'm expecting one more to the downside to reach 1.520. That is my analysis in EN. So next is New Zealand CAD. That is a different pattern. I didn't found anywhere like this kind of pattern, and I already informed this. And you just go through my previous video also with the past 2 to 3 weeks video. This is the 1 2 3 4 5 waves, and again 3 waves, and again 5 waves. So if we kept this as a B C, so this is the A, this is the B and C. So I am expecting the same pattern 1 2 and again one more 3-way structure for the 5-way structure, and this is the third, fourth, like this. I'm expecting to break the 0.815 here, sorry, 8015, right? So this is the pattern I'm expecting, but let's wait for this. So this is the invalidation so far now, because these kind of patterns I didn't seen anywhere. This is an entirely different pattern. I'm not going to explain this in different see, lot of possibilities we can do it, but according to that Elliott wave pattern, if it is an irregular flat, lot of times it hit all that 1.618. if it is a irregular flat, see, if this is a the B wave can go up to the 1.618 also. A lot of times the 1272 is the main thing, and even though in extreme cases 1.41, but lot of times nowadays it hit that 1618 and again bounces. So like that I kept this as a so this as a B and C, but even though this is looking like a 5-way structure, so I kept this as a B C, and this is the A B C, or this is a this is the B and C. If you took it this as an B wave, right? So look at this. If this is the B wave, from here it's above 1618. So if we kept this as impulsive as a 1, and this is a this is the B and C, so if this is the 2, that is why I already exited my position here, because I expected this could be the 1 2 3 4 5. In that cases, if we took this as a 1 2, so 1 2 3 4 5 as a 3 4 and 5 to break this, and I have explained the previous, but I expected this also, and it is already broken this trend line also. So wait for this confirmation, and I already informed that I am expecting that 0.86, it's already reached here, 0.86 here, and then expecting the downside. But let's decide later in a bearish trend, not blindly. You have to read all the commentary, market commentary, what I given. So I'm expecting this trend, right? So you know how to place, where to place the stop loss. I can't inform that all those things, right? So this is maybe this could be the 2, and expecting the 3 4 5 to break this, or any other pattern it is doing, no, this kind of pattern. That is why that trading that cross currencies, that's like minor pairs, it's very difficult. 5 3 5. So this is one. How we can make it this as a 5 or 3? And if we kept this a C wave, so this is a this is the B, and this is the C, and it is already got a 5-way structure. It is not the 5, it's looking like a 5 waves, but it is not a 5 waves, it's a 5 swings. Swing is different, waves is different. So if this a C wave is in a 5-way structure, and this is the wedge pattern, no, if it is a wedge pattern, this is the wave 1, this is the wave 2. If we keep this is under, below this 786 only, that means that 4th wave also, 5th wave also within that 786, or even though it is a 1, but it is all beyond that. So that means this is not valid for that C wave as a 5-way structure. We not kept this as a C wave blindly. If you are looking for that again for the bullish, it is not that kind of bullish. Still we are on the bigger correction only. It has to break this 8015. That is my bias so far, and it is doing that same what I have explained. But the pattern, it's looking like, see this 1 2 3 4 5, clearly the 5-way structure, and we can't keep this as a If we kept this as a, so this as a B means this is a, this is the B and C. So we can't keep this as an connecting wave. We can't give this as a connecting wave. So let's wait. So let's, what is the next pair? US30, I think so. Yeah, US30, I think. One and I have explained this as well. So third, fourth, and I'm expecting to the fifth wave to reach the 38,000 to 40,000. But if you look into the Nifty, correlated to the Nifty, it's entirely different pattern. It seems like it's already ended. It's something here. It's already ended that the third wave, fifth wave here. So either it could be that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is ended here, means we are in the bigger correction part, right? So once again, I will show you that in S&P 500, I think so. Yeah, if this is a 1, this is a 2, so this is the end of the third. It could be A, B, and C. This could be the end of the third. It not here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this is a little bit confused. It is correlated to that Nifty and S&P 500, right? I will tell you that S&P 500. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I kept this as a 3. But previous, in my wave count, I took it. One second. I will go for the daily. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Right here is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. But seems sometimes here this is the end of the one impulsive wave. It is not looking now. See, from here if it bounces, that's fine. And again it's making a AB is equal to CD pattern, even though I have explained lot of things from here. If once again, yeah, from here, and it is a 38.2. From here it could make a bounce piece. From here it's a triangle, or it could be a regular flat, like that I have explained. But if I hide these things somewhat, here that one impulsive is got completed here, we are in the bigger correction. It is not looking like for me now. I am very sure about that, whether it is going to be a fourth wave as per my previous analysis, or this is the end of the trend and we are in the bigger correction. So if it is a bigger correction, and as per my analysis I have informed here, this could be the wave 1, this could be the wave 2, and this could be the end of the wave 3rd, and we are in the bigger 4th wave also. If we kept, I will share that in uh, I think tomorrow or day after tomorrow, if I found a time, I will share that count. So from here, if it is, this is the end of the trend, nearly 23 basis, 3.8. So what is that 3.8 in this zone? So this will took more time what we expected, right? If it is a bigger fourth, right, it will took more time. It will took more time than we expecting. So anyway, it's looking like the third way is already got completed here. If you example from here to 1 to 2, exactly it is 268, right? So why not the third wave is already completed here, and beyond that the fourth wave. So if it is a fourth wave, again we can expect the 3.7 zone. So this is the one, we are in the correction part. So it will took more than a year also to complete the fourth wave. Mind this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anyway, it is already completed as an impulsive wave, and again we are in that bigger fourth wave. It will took more time. So this is my analysis. So like that, if you correlate it to US30 also, so something, this is the end of the third wave and we are in the bigger fourth wave. That same pattern in Nifty also. So 1, 2, 3, and we are the bigger fourth. So if we kept this as a 1, 2 or 3 and we are in the fourth wave, it is in somewhat in the diagonal triangle pattern or whatever it is. In previous, what I thought is here is the wave 1. Yeah, I think I deleted. One second. US30. Okay, somewhat it's deleted. I didn't know why. So no issues. What I thought is a 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 is already completed, and the second wave is already in the 50% retracement, and then this is the starting of the third wave. But it could be again ABC in the formation. It's a ABC as a 1, ABC as a 2, ABC as a third in the diagonal pattern. Again one more ABC as a 4, and later onwards ABC is a 5. So this will become the fourth wave also. So anyway, I'm looking one bounce for the three-way structures to that 17,700 like that. In US30 also, this is the end of the third and we are in that fourth wave. Again, that same zone that in US30 29,000 is on the way. So I will update the chart. Then you can come to the conclusion. Same in S&P 500, US30. But when I will update, it's a question mark. If I found the time, because even though one chart, if I need to do that one complete chart, it will took more than half an hour to 45 minutes. So I will do that as my best, right? So let's move on to US30. I will already finished. So now it's a Bitcoin. So it's here, Bitcoin. It's already there in that daily chart. So now I already informed that this is a three-way structure, and again it did the five-way structure. It looks like a five-way structure, but whether I didn't know if in the 4-hour chart whether this is a B 1 2 3 4 5 or this is a 1 2 3 4 5 and 1 2 3 4 5. So this is a confusion here. So whether this is a five-way structure and it is not yet broken the high. So whether this is a W, this is a, this is the B, and C means it can do like this to break this also. But until it breaks this, we can't come to the conclusion. What it will do now, it will bounce, making the five-way structure. Again it will fill in the five-way structure. Right, once again I will delete this, otherwise you may confuse. We are expecting, right, from here the three-way structure. After this is a five-way structure. Later onwards it will break this high. So what it did means, I will explain you. This is the A. I will do it in red. This is green. Right? A, B, C. So for this is the B way and this is the C way. So this will become the connecting wave, and later onwards this is the A, this is the B, and this is the C. So these are all that, see, nowadays all the 5-5-way structure is forming. But even though we are expecting, okay, like let's 1 2 3 is already completed, so we are expecting the 5 ways to break this, making this as a stop loss. Sorry, making this as a stop loss. One second, it's all messy, right? One second, I will delete all those things. Be patient. Yeah, one second. One second. Yeah. See, this is a three-way, and this is the. It's looking not looking like a three ways. This is a five ways. So what we did, this is the connecting wave, and this is the A, this is the B, and C to break this high, this low. Lot of times we are expecting making this as a stop loss, but it won't do. it will do like this, what I said. It will hit your stop loss, and later onwards one impulsive wave, this kind of impulsive wave, and it will go to the another high. Later onwards, this is the A, this is the B, and this is the C. After that, whether it is going to be a bigger correction, that we will see later. But this kind of formation is happening lot of times nowadays. Keeping watching this as a five-way structure, okay, anyway this is a three-way structure, this is a five-way structure, three-way structure is dead, and again we are expecting making this as a stop loss. If you enter here, it will our target is to break this, may break, I'm not saying no, but it has a chances for making one more high also for that 54 or 60 like that. So be cautious in this, especially in that correction part. Always be a contrarian to your analysis, to your trade. So let's move on to the commodities. Copper, I will do that. What happens? And what I informed here, I'm looking for that one point from here. This it's looking like this. I am expecting to break this low. What happened? It's already broken and hit all the stop loss, right? Even though my stop loss also, but I'm not trading copper, my analysis stop also got hit. And in one video I clearly explained that we are looking for this kind of, and we are trading in the correction part. What we are expecting to the downside, it will hit your stop loss as a irregular flat, and then again one more to the downside is also possible. But it seems like somewhat, see, only we are biased on something, and only if it hit the stop loss, and we will get that way what kind of it is, it did. And see here, this is also looking like one impulsive to the downside, and later onwards here it didn't break this low, and it is didn't break the high also here, but it did one more low also here. So these are all the patterns, is invalid pattern in my view. This is not ABC, this is not ABC. So here it's somewhat impulsive wave, I'm looking for that further downside. And I already informed, so whether this is the one, if it, this is the one complete structure, if it did like this, this is the one complete structure. There are a lot of invalids, that this uncertainty, we have to just tell the reasons like that. And it now everybody will sure, everybody will post this. This is the E, and this is the one impulsive, and it hit, and this is a whole, the thing is triangle. I don't know. So now how will we have to change this? Whether if it is did like this 5.16, if it went, and if it did like this, simply I will change this as a 1 2 1 2 3 4 and 5. This is the 1 2, and after that this is the third, this is the fourth and fifth. But I'm not sure about this. Previous I did everything right, and here 1 2 3 4 5 means, look at this, it's above the wave 1, this wavelength is above that. But if we kept this as a wave 1, this is the wave 2, it is not bigger than the wave 1, so it must be, if we kept this also, it must be below that one. So whether if this also, if it is a triangle, A, B, C, D, E. If we kept this maybe here, right? So this is the wave 1 length, right? Here. So if we took it this as a triangle, so 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. See, these are all the patterns what we need to do lot of homeworks also. In previous what I did, I took it from here. If it is a triangle, that is valid. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is the bigger one is a fourth wave triangle, and fifth wave it's already showed. But even though if we kept like that, here it is getting invalid. This is a, this is the B, and if we kept this as a C, it is an impulsive wave. Here it's a confusion, and here it's also dead, and here it's again the confusion start. So we have to simply, this is a, this is the B and C, but I'm not so sure about what it did here. In previous it did the perfect, as per our analysis it did the same thing from here, but here it's a little bit messy. So if we took into that daily chart, there is no confusion. 1, 2, 3, 4 is a triangle, and fifth wave. It will reach up to 1.5 also. Sorry, yeah, 5.1 also. So let's move on to next is crude US oil. It hit my target of 115, right? It hit my target of 115. But what I expected, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in the 4-hour chart, and I already informed or not, I don't know about that. This is the wave 1, this is the wave 2, right? Wave 3, wave 4 and wave 5 is already dead. It's looking like this, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. If anything happens, this is the 1, this is the 2, this is the 3, this is the 4, and this is the 5. Again this is the 1, 2, 3, and again we may be another one more 4 and 5. You can do like this also. See, these are how in the copper it did, right? If you're looking for, this is the end of the 4 and we are kept for this as a three-way structures to the downside, and it will do like this. But what my analysis to that 115 is already reached. So from here, so what you are expecting means, see, 0 won't sustain here. Likewise, high is won't sustain lot of time. That is my analysis. It won't sustain here for the long days. Immediately it will do like this. This is the previous, right? In the 2008 is a crisis. I think it is in that somewhat in the 2008 is a recession. It went low, right? Like that, the high won't sustain lot of times. So whether it is going to shoot to from here to 155, may or may not. Because how long it will that Russia and Ukraine it is going, we can't predict that. It all depends upon the news. For example, I will tell you that ZL, soya bean oil, I will show you that. In previous, what I thought, this is the A, this is the B and C. So I took it this as a irregular flat pattern. I took it this as a irregular flat pattern, and I expecting for that another 22. But what it did? So here, from here, this is an impulsive wave. From here, this is an impulsive. And A, B, C. Later on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, it did the one more 5-way structure. So here it looks like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In previous, it completed the one structure, and now again it is a 3-way structure. After that, I'm looking for this, right? See, my previous analysis A. So this is also B and C. What happened here? It's a perfect irregular flat pattern here and one more to the downside. So A, B, C is completed. After that is a perfect 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It already did 5-way structure. But we don't know whether this is a 5 or 3-way structure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the A, this is the B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So whether this is a double six or maybe. So in that case, if we kept this as an 1272, so there is a chances for making A, B, C, A, B and C, another C or ABC. Whether if it is an irregular flat, it won't break this for the running flat. If it is an expanded flat, it may do like this, right? So like this in the crude also, US oil, in copper it did the same thing. Whether, see, I'm not biased on this as a triangle or this as an irregular flat, but market it doing what it need, fundamental newses, everything. So trading is a very difficult one. Analyzing is very easy, and I am explaining is very easy, more than easy. Doing the analysis more than easy is explaining. The previous chart we can do it anything, we can label it anything, but structure, if it is Russia and Ukraine is not any crisis, means it will do like this. It may, but because of this it should, and again we need to change everything. And what about the euro USD? It did the target, so everything, right? So next is silver. See now whether this is a and I already explained, and this is whether we are going to be under the 3-way structure or it is going to be impulsive wave, and it is not yet broken this low. It's a very tough, right? And it did here, and it did already broken the high. From here also I expecting to the downside, but it is not happening. So that means whether this is the end of A, B, C, another this is a A and beyond the B. So one more way to the low, and again one more high is also possible. So this is a one ABC is a. So ABC is a B and one more C. So then this is a, this is a B and C. Later onwards one more high is also possible. But from here also there is a chances for making this. We are expecting one more high. I explained that. And from here also it can do like this. And then this is a W and this is a X, this is a Y. We can complete like that. And if it did like this, and again this is a W, this is a X, this is a Y, and this is a 3-way structure. So again we are in the 3-way structure. It can be a little bit more complex also. So let's finally go to the move to the gold. So here how you are looking, I'm looking only for the downside, but I don't know why my bias is 100,400. I have explained several times, right? So now no need to break the high, and I already booked the profit nearly from here 1969. I booked at nearly 1890. That I already explained you. Now I already shorted at 1948, making that as a stop loss, and I booked the profit because it is looking like a 3-way structure. Once it did like this, after it's breaking the high, I confirmed that okay, it is still in the correction part only. It is still doing the correction, and this is not, if we make it this as a triangle, means look at this. If lot of people's making the triangles, this as a triangle, the structure is triangle, but according to the Elliott waves it's not a triangle, because here it's a clearly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, clearly 5-way structure, and it is not yet broken the high so far. That is why I placed the stop loss here. If it hit the stop loss also, no need to worry, because I already booked the profit here. What I earned, nearly 60 to $70 here, 79 here, average I'm telling. Again $40 it may go, another $20 to $25 is my profit, net profit. My bias is if it breaks the high, again I need this kind of impulsive way to the downside, like in silver, right? I have explained that just now. Like that, again one more drop, later onwards one more high is also possible, but not to break the historic high. Flat correction is a ABC is a ABC is a B, and I need C wave. But what news will come to reach my target of 1400? I don't know, but I'm expecting. But strict stop loss is this one, because we already did as an irregular flat pattern here. ABC is a ABC is a B, and we are looking for ABC as a C. So this is the strict stop loss in my view, and it may also hit the stop losses, may hit the stop loss, but I'm not biased on this. My bias is it has to reach 1.4, but if it hit my stop loss, I won't blame anybody. I'm still learning process only, that's what. Any other pattern can do, but let's wait for that to complete the pattern. Here clearly seen it's a three-way structure. Again we are in the three-way structure. A, B, C, D, E, and we are in that means it's a W, this is a X, one more A, B, C. So one more high is also possible to 1980 or 2000 can reach, but not to break the 2078. So in coming days, if for the shorter term what you are looking for means no need to break this high. If it breaks the high also, it will hit all the stop loss, it will trigger all the stop loss, it may go, and later onwards I need this kind of impulsive way to the downside, and from here one more high is also possible to 2000 also, but only if it hits this high. Let's wait for that to get the pattern invalid, and it has to valid also. So wait for the next 2000 also if it hit the high. So hope you enjoyed. I think this is a very long session. I think so. It's a nearly 1 hour 12 minutes. So hope you enjoyed, and every structure will tell you the pattern, and you have to create your own analysis, and you have to learn lot of things. Don't blame anybody for your trade. Don't blame Russia and Ukraine. So it's everything, it depends upon that your analysis, your view, and your capital. You have to make it safe. So hope you enjoyed my analysis. Have a lovely weekend to everybody, and we will see you in the next week. Bye.